I am so excited to be doing this video today. I'm going to share with you how to create a vision board for your life and your business. This is something I've been doing for 10 years now, and I have achieved some incredible results. So later on in the video, I'm going to show you some visuals of what was on my board and what actually happened, and they're like wild. I'm also going to be talking to you about like the practical side of things, like what to buy, like should you do it physical, digital, where to find your images, then like what to put on your board, like the feeling that you have to evoke when you're finding these images to put on your board, and then like the science and some books and things like that if you want to get a little bit more deep into this. So yeah, hope you're excited. I can't wait to share with you, so let's dive straight in. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Liz Ellery, and this channel is all about designing a life and business that you love. We're going to be looking at mindset and manifesting vision boards, stuff like that, as well as website design, systems in your business, like tech stuff, all that sort of thing. So hope you enjoy. And if this sounds like your kind of bag, please hit subscribe below. Okay, so maybe you're thinking, what actually is a vision board? And you're just interested to learn a little bit more. A vision board is a visual representation of what you want to bring into your life. So you're rewiring your brain to believe that this is a possibility for you because you're seeing it every day and you're looking at it and it's all of the things that you want to bring in. And we'll get to that later. But you're looking at it and thinking, yeah, that's something that I can have in my reality. That's a possibility. It feels like it could be real for you. One of the tricks that I do as well, when I put something on my vision board, I'll put something that could be an easy win that I could actually buy now or bring into my life. So we'll get into things like what to put on there, but I will have some things like lifestyle on there. So for me, I really want to have some loungewear from the White Company when I was just starting my business, and that felt like a bit of a reach when I was like struggling to pay my bills. So actually, I went into the White Company one day and I bought the loungewear, and it's just an easy way, but your brain starts to think, oh, I've seen that on my vision board. Now it's in my reality. Maybe the other things on there can come true. So it's a really great place to put your goals on there. And also, I've got like a little quote I'm going to get from Forbes. Okay, here's the quote. 82% of small business owners that used a vision board from the get-go reported that they have accomplished more than half the goals they included on that board. So that's from Forbes. Like, if Forbes are saying it, I mean, they've got some pretty good researchers on there. And there are so many more statistics out there that share like the science of like putting your goals visually somewhere. And also, this is a great book if you want to get into like the science and the spirituality of creative visualization. It's Shakti Gawan. And creative visualization. I think she did this in the 1970s. Also, I clearly cannot say visualization very well. Okay, the first step to creating your vision board is the boring stuff, the practicality stuff. So, this is like, how are you going to do your board? Are you going to do it like physical, digital? I personally really prefer a physical board. I like to be able to, like, maybe when I'm brushing my teeth, I'll have the vision board in like the room opposite my bathroom, and I'll just stare at it while I'm thinking, oh, this is all happening for me. I also have one in my living room above my TV, so I can look at it daily as I'm like either watching TV or like going through the living room. I also have one in my office. I mean, I have them everywhere. I love a physical one. A lot of people like them on their phones. So they've got it as a screensaver or a desktop screensaver, or you can have it in like a folder on your computer and you look at it daily at all the images that you find. So it's totally up to you how you want to do it, but they're the two options. Right, okay, so if you are going to do it physically, are you going to do it on a cork board? So I've got my vision board here. So you see that this is a cork board. It's not huge. This is like the smaller of the two that I have. You can also get it on a piece of card, like A3, bigger, foam board. It's totally up to you. Foam board is a really good one. You can get those from like your local craft supply centre. So yeah, and then I would advise, if you do a physical one, to use dress pins. So let me get my board again. So if you can see, you can't really see these pins, and you can just get them from like an online store or a haberdashery, like Amazon. I know some people don't like it, but that's where you could get them from. And yeah, I prefer those to the pinboard ones. Then if you're getting a piece of paper, like a piece of card, and you're putting on there, you can use a glue stick or tape or whatever. I quite like Scotch tape because you can kind of remove that. And if you wanted to do it digital, this is one that I've created before in Canva. If you don't know what Canva is, it's like an online graphic design tool that you can build vision boards in. You can do your graphics for your business, like social media posts. You can create videos in here. It's pretty amazing tool, and you can do it for free as well. And yeah, I have the paid version because you can add images and stuff in there that are like stock images, which is really great. This is a phone one that I've done, so you can have all of the images, which we'll go into later. And then I'm just going to show you here when you're on the main Canva homepage. If you click on create, you can, if you want to do your digital board in desktop or a phone screen board, I'm going to click in here desktop, then I'm going to click on desktop wallpaper, and then on the top left hand side there's something called templates. So I'm going to type into templates vision board, hopefully spell it correctly, and then you'll see lots of vision boards like layouts come up. So let's click on this one. Okay, so then what you can do is you click on the image, each image, and then you press delete, and you'll find that there's like a green hills and blue sky background. That means that you can add something and it will magnetically go into that frame. So I'm going to click on this tree. I'm just going to put it in there, and you can then just go through. You could even go into elements, and if I wanted to say, I don't know, love, I'm going to go to photos, and because I wanted to meet somebody, maybe I would do that, and then I would pop that into this picture here. And yeah, and that's how you can create your board. You can do that for your desktop, and you can also do that for your phone. Okay, so what I wanted to do for you now, as you can see on my desktop, that's like a vision board image of the view that I would love for my home. And I'm going to show you how to do the physical side of printing off your images. So I've got here some files that I want to print off for my physical vision board. So what I'm going to do, this will be different on your PC. I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to click select everything, and then I'm going to open with preview. Then I'm going to highlight all of the images that I want to print. I'm going to go to file, print, and then I'm just going to hide that bit there. And then I'm going to scroll down to layout, and then I'm going to click on here 6. And then you can see on each page there's going to be 6 images. So then when I get those printed off, I can have the images quite small. So then they'll fit on my cork board, which is the smaller one. But say if I've got a bigger board, I might just put on here that I want to have 4 images, or I want to have 2 images printed to a board, or maybe I just want to have 1 image printed on an A4 piece of paper. So that's so you can see the scale. And often what I will do is I'll get a few of them printed, like 2 to a page, a few printed 4 to a page, and I'll have duplicates, because when I'm putting them on my board with my dress pins, I never quite know how big I want certain ones to be, because if it's something that I really want, I'll probably make it bigger. So I thought I would show you a little positioning of where I put my vision board. Hey, my 19th century farmhouse. So I have my board above my TV, and at the moment I'm missing the business stuff. I need to put that in, but like this is the sort of thing that I have on my massive one downstairs, like holidays, like dream home, outdoor living, how like health, and then like relationships, going on holiday. And then upstairs in my second bedroom, I've got my smaller vision board, which has got like my dream clients there, some quotes. It's a little bit like downstairs, the same sort of thing. I've got some sexy underwear because I want to feel sexy. And my reality is just a reflection of my beliefs. Okay, so now I've shown you physical, digital, whereabouts I put these vision boards in my home. Now I'm going to tell you actually what to put on your vision board if you're wondering, like, what sort of things should I have a vision board purely for the one thing that I'm wanting to focus on. Of course you can. Personally, what I like to have on my vision board is like a little area of all parts of my life that I want to bring something in, and also to do with my business. Okay, so for the life, you've got home, lifestyle. That could be like cars, clothes, self-care, things like massages, private membership. I know on my vision board once I had that I wanted to be a member at Soho House because I was a new business owner, and I wanted somewhere great to work from in the day. You might have that you want to take up golfing or something like that. Then you've got health, so that could be food, nutrition, working out, doing a half marathon. That was something that was on my vision board. You also want to have money, finances, like how much do you want to bring in. This could also be part of the business side of your vision board as well. It will all be, for me personally, I like put it all together on my board. You might have holidays on there as well. So for the business, you want to have things like goals that you want to reach. It might be getting a certain number on your email list. It might be that you want to be on more podcasts, or you want to get press in your business. You want to start a YouTube channel like me. You might want to have graphics that are very literal representations of what you want to do. So I'm going to show you some examples in a second. Like the clients that you want to work with. So these are all the different sections. I'm going to pop them up. Boop, 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 boop. I don't know why I did a sound effect there, of all of the different categories that you can look at. Hopefully you can do a screenshot here that you can look at when you start going into Pinterest, which is where I suggest you get your images from. Okay, so I showed you Canva earlier on in this video. This is like a representation for my business side of my vision board that I will do. So I will write something on the left that says, I continuously work with my dream clients for branding and web design, inspiring, successful in previous careers, business coaches, founder, CEO led, who trust me, easy to work with, like all that sort of words that I want my clients to be. And then I've just got like a quick snapshot. I just chose at random some really great clients that I've worked with in the past. And then I will, quite vulnerable here. Sometimes I had a bit of low self-esteem. So I would I had a picture of myself and I would write something really nice on there. Like, I love myself and my body exactly as I am. Oh, can't believe I've got that on there. Very personal. Ooh. Let me just see. So then for my different size vision board, I would create a similar thing, try out different colors in a different aspect. Then I really want to grow my YouTube channel. So I created this in Canva, and it says, have fun and grow a successful, helpful and inspiring YouTube channel and community. Design a life and business that you love. And I didn't put an exact number on there because I don't want to be super specific. I had on here, I wanted to run a half marathon. So I got a picture of me running. I love running. It makes me feel amazing and keeps me super fit. I regularly run 5K in the mornings. Side note, I did run the half marathon. I did kind of injure my knee, so I don't really run that much anymore. Then this is a screensaver that I've created for my phone. Believe it's inevitable and show up until it is. And then this one is so cringy, but I just wanted to show it you. This is the size of the paper, so I know when I printed it off what size it was, because you can do custom sizes. So I got from the element section here, you can type in like laptop or like computer, iPad. So let me just put in here laptop. And then you'll see like these sort of images in here. And because it's got the blue sky and the green hills, you know that when you get an image, it will easily magnetize in there. And then I've got like money coming out saying, build my business, building my biz and earning lots of money. So I think I did this about 3 years ago because I'd created a course and I wanted it to earn lots of money. So you can, I was just playing around with backgrounds there. So these are different things that you could do for graphically representing what you want to create and manifest into your life and put on your vision board. I'm now going to share with you about how to find your imagery. You can get them from magazines. Personally, I think that's more a creative approach for like maybe a feeling that you want. I think with magazines, you can't get so specific about what you actually really, really, really want. Now, I think that specificity, I could bloody never say that word, but I think it's the most important thing about a vision board. Okay. You have to put on there like what it is that you want. I am very specific. It might just be a feeling you want to create and you go at it, do it how you want to do, but I'm going to show you my way. So if I want to get like a dream home view, because like views are my thing with sunsets, I will scour the internet for the perfect view that I want. And yes, it might not happen exactly that way, but I know that that's like my intention and that is my goal. And the thing I want you to do when you find this image is I want it to like hit your stomach or your heart or something, and you just be like, oh, this feels so good. If that became like my reality, it would just make me feel so amazing. I want you to look at this vision board, a few times a day, or at least spend like 2 minutes in the morning looking at it and just like looking at everything that you've put on there and being like, this is my life. This is my life. And just like say it in the present moment that it's happening for you. So, yeah, get specific. And now I'm going to show you how to find these images that really hit you in the gut or the heart, wherever they hit you. Okay, so where I'm going to tell you to find your images, you can do it on Google or like stock image websites or whatever. You can upload, you can even have like photos on your camera that you've maybe taken from like a holiday or something like that. It's totally up to you. But my recommendation is to use Pinterest. Pinterest is a visual search engine, so it's all imagery, and it's just such a great way to find images for your vision board. So if you don't have an account and you don't know how to use Pinterest, I would recommend watching another YouTube video about how to use it, how to set it up. So I've got my account here, and there's a search icon here. So I'm going to put home with a view. And can I just say, this image is actually on my vision board. I actually put it into Google search and I found the Instagram account. I think it's called Wells and Cobblestone. It's in Cheshire, which is actually where I'm originally from in England. And it's the Lake District and it looks amazing. So I would click on this image. And then I would either create a new board for vision board, so I can have all of my images that I put from Pinterest in my vision board, or if I've already got a vision board, which I obviously do, I'm just going to put it in my 2023 one, and then I click save. So I know that that's saved. What I can also do is I can click on the three icons here and I can download the image. And then that will go into my downloads. I can then put it in a separate folder and then have it to print off. And you can then print it off at the different ratios and scales that you have. I actually don't have a printer, so I get this done, outsource it to a local printer. So you can go through and just put loads of images in there. So when I say I've put home with a view, I might put in countryside. You might put like south of France if you want a home in the south of France, a second home. So then I will just go through here and I will just do it until I'm like, that's my house. And it's hilarious. I will do this until it's like, I'm like, no, that view's not quite great. I actually want the sun to set over here. So I get like really anal and a bit like OCD with it all. So I am a Virgo. So that's how you do this. You know, I'm not going to go into too much detail here because you do it for health. I would be like nutrition. Here we go. So then she's got some weights on there as well. So 2 birds with 1 stone if you want to get strong and healthy there. So you could pin that board, that image. So that's what you do, how to find your images. This is a vision board. Obviously, I have them for every year. I'm going to just show you some of the images that are on my vision board. As you can see, it's very home based. So I will probably do all of my home images first, and then I will do like all of my health images. I've got like the sexy underwear on there because I want to feel sexy. Body, like I want to go to yoga. like this is love, like just a moment captured in the kitchen. It's not a very beautiful image, but it's just like feels quite real to me. Like massages, like wine bottle, like in the south of France or Greece or something like that, the holidays that I want to go on. So all of these make me feel so amazing. And I will tell you, this image here, I love it so much. I Google image searched it. It's in Santorini. I'm quarter Greek, so I've always gone to Greece every year, but I find Santorini quite like packed. So I then started going on blogs and looking for local islands, and there's one called Naxos. And because this is on my vision board every day, I'm like, I need to make this my reality. So I'm actually going to book to go to Naxos in September 2026. I'm really excited about it. My vision board made me do it. And then what I wanted to show you is finally some of the things that I have got from my vision board. So I had this on my vision board. I am super fit and have run a half marathon. And then that's the picture of me running the half marathon and completing it in London. This was a view that I had on my vision board for about, I don't know, 3 years. And then I moved into this house. I viewed it at night. I didn't know what the view looked like because there was none of that on the Rightmove when I looked at it when I was renting. And then I moved in, and this was the view that was from my bedroom window. I mean, kind of same, I think. And then this is probably one of my favorite visualization realizations that happened. I got really clear on the kind of client that I wanted to work with, I don't know, about 3-4 years ago. And I scoured the images of TED Talks of women, and I just really loved this image. And I was like, I want to work with somebody that's done a TED Talk. I mean, and TED Talk, there's might be 5,000 views of them, like to millions and millions of views. So 3 months after putting this on my vision board, I had a woman inquire about working with me. I then went on her website after we decided to work together. This was the image on her homepage. I mean, my mind was blown. I don't know if that's done the same thing for you, but like it was like kind of goosebumpy for me. Here's an image of the two together, like both, they've both got the hands up, wearing a very similar dress. And also my client here, got over 3 million views on her TED Talk. So yeah, that was a pretty epic manifestation from my visual board. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk YouTube video. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe below, and I'm going to put lots of the links for the books and things like Canva and stuff like that in the description below. And if you like this, just follow along for more videos.